juice box, the one millions of parents give their kids every single morning, contains 6 teaspoons of sugar. This healthy cereal, 4 teaspoons per bowl. And this biscuit pack your child takes to school, another 5 teaspoons. That's 15 teaspoons of sugar before lunch. And most parents have absolutely no idea. I'm a doctor. And today I'm going to show you exactly what that sugar is doing inside your child's body and your body right now. This is not about being a perfect parent. This is about information that could protect your family's health for the rest of their lives. My name is Dr. Nayla, and I run this channel because I believe every family deserves honest, clear health information, not confusing medical jargon. I want to be clear about something before we start. This video is not about making you feel guilty. Every parent does their best. But the food industry has spent billions of dollars hiding sugar in products that look healthy, and today we are going to expose exactly that. We're covering all age groups today, what sugar does to your kids, what it does to adults, and what it does to seniors. Because this affects every person in your home. Let's start with the most urgent. Your children. Here is something your child's school never taught them, and many doctors don't explain clearly enough. When a child eats sugar, it triggers the release of dopamine in the brain. Dopamine is the reward chemical, the same chemical released by video games, social media, and unfortunately, addictive substances. Sugar activates the same reward pathway in a child's brain as some of the most habit-forming things on Earth. What does this mean in real life? It means your child is not being naughty when they cry for sweets. Their brain is literally addicted. The craving is neurological, not just a bad habit. But here is where it gets more serious. When a child consumes high amounts of sugar regularly, especially through drinks and ultra-processed snacks, here is what happens step by step. First, blood sugar spikes rapidly. The body floods with insulin to bring it back down. Then, blood sugar crashes faster than it went up. That crash is why your child comes home from school irritable, unfocused, and exhausted. That crash is why they can't sit still or concentrate on homework. Many children being assessed for ADHD and attention difficulties are actually experiencing the neurological effects of a high-sugar diet. I see this in my practice regularly. A 2023 study published in the journal Nutritional Neuroscience found that children with high daily sugar intake had significantly shorter attention spans and more emotional dysregulation compared to children on low-sugar diets. The difference wasn't small, it was dramatic. Your child's behavior, mood, and school performance are directly connected to what they eat. And sugar is one of the biggest saboteurs. Now let me show you something that shocks almost every parent I speak to. Because the problem is not just sweets and fizzy drinks, everyone knows those are sugary. The real danger is in the foods marketed as healthy for children. Let me go through them one by one. Fruit juice, even 100% natural fruit juice. 1 glass contains between 5 and 8 teaspoons of sugar. The fiber that slows sugar absorption in whole fruit is gone. What's left is essentially liquid sugar hitting your child's bloodstream. Flavored yogurt, marketed with cartoon characters, sold in children's sections. A small pot can contain 4 to 5 teaspoons of added sugar. Compare that to plain yogurt, 0 added sugar. The difference is purely marketing. Breakfast cereals, even the ones with whole grain and fortified with vitamins on the box. Many popular children's cereals contain more sugar per serving than a chocolate biscuit. Read the label. If sugar appears in the first 3 ingredients, put it back. Ketchup and sauces, 2 tablespoons of ketchup, contains about 1 teaspoon of sugar. Your child's plate may have 3 or 4 tablespoons, Multiply that across every meal. Flavored milk and chocolate drinks, these are among the worst offenders. A small carton of flavored milk can have more sugar than a can of cola. And they are sold in school canteens as a healthy option. Here is the rule I give every parent in my clinic. If it has a cartoon character on the packaging, assume it has too much sugar. The food industry knows exactly what they are doing. They design these products to be irresistible to children and to reassure parents. Now let me show you what all this adds up to. Jockey cubes on the natto. A child eating a typical healthy packaged diet goes through approximately 20 to 25 teaspoons of added sugar every day. The World Health Organization recommends that children consume no more than 3 to 6 teaspoons per day. Most children are eating 4 times the recommended amount every single day. I want to spend a few minutes on what this actually leads to, because this is the part that matters most. For children, the most immediate concern is obesity and early onset insulin resistance. We are now seeing type 2 diabetes, which used to be called adult onset diabetes, in children as young as 8 and 10 years old. This is not genetics, this is diet. A high sugar diet over years trains the body to become resistant to insulin, and once that process starts, it is very difficult to reverse. Beyond diabetes, excess sugar in children is strongly linked to fatty liver disease. Yes, children are now developing fatty liver disease. A decade ago, this was almost unheard of in pediatric medicine. For adults, the picture is equally serious. High sugar intake drives inflammation throughout the body. Chronic inflammation is the root cause of heart disease, type 2 diabetes, certain cancers, and autoimmune conditions. If you are an adult who regularly consumes sugary drinks, desserts, or hidden sugars in processed foods, your cardiovascular system is under constant low-grade attack. Insulin resistance in adults leads to weight gain that is extremely difficult to lose. Because when insulin is chronically high, the body stores fat rather than burning it. This is why so many adults exercise hard and eat less and still cannot lose weight. The sugar is working against them at a hormonal level. For seniors, the connection I want to highlight is dementia. Research now refers to Alzheimer's disease as type 3 diabetes in some medical literature because the mechanism of brain cell damage caused by chronic high blood sugar is so similar to what happens in diabetes. A 2024 study from the University of Bath found that high lifetime sugar consumption was one of the most consistent dietary risk factors for cognitive decline. If you have elderly parents, grandparents, or if you yourself are over 60, reducing sugar is one of the most important things you can do to protect the brain. Okay, now the practical part. What should you actually do? I'm not going to tell you to cut out all sugar overnight. That's unrealistic. Instead, here are 5 simple swaps you can start today, and your children will actually enjoy. Swap number 1. Replace fruit juice with whole fruit or infused water. Add slices of strawberry or cucumber into water. It looks appealing, tastes refreshing, and has no added sugar. Swap number 2. Replace flavored yogurt with plain yogurt and fresh fruit. Let your child add banana or berries themselves. Same creamy texture, much less sugar, and more involvement. Swap number 3. Replace sugary cereals with oats. Oats with milk and fruit can help keep energy more stable and reduce mid-morning crashes. Swap number 4. Replace bottled sauces with simple homemade options like yogurt dips or fresh tomato sauce, lower in sugar and easy to prepare. Swap number 5. Replace biscuits and packaged snacks with nuts, seeds, or cheese. These provide longer-lasting energy and are more satisfying. These changes don't require perfection. Just a few small steps, done consistently, can make a real difference. Let me give you 3 simple things to remember from today. Number 1, high sugar intake can affect your child's mood, focus, and energy levels. Irritability and lack of focus are sometimes linked to blood sugar fluctuations. Number 2, hidden sugar in so-called healthy foods can be a bigger issue than obvious sweets. Always check labels. If sugar or ingredients like glucose, fructose, or corn syrup appear in the first few items, it likely means the product is high in sugar. Number 3, you don't need to be perfect. Even replacing one sugary item per day with a healthier option can make a noticeable difference over time. Small, consistent changes matter. From a health perspective, reducing daily sugar intake is one of the most impactful steps many families can take. It's simple, practical, and supported by growing awareness around nutrition.